You are welcome to this session on how to market yourself as a public speaker. I always like to say that no matter how good you are, if nobody knows you, you will die a talented poor person. No matter how incredible your message is, no matter how powerful your solutions are, either as a business speaker, as a career speaker, whatever field that you're speaking in, if you do not know the various ways that you can market yourself so people can find you and book you and pay you to speak in their events, then you are going to struggle sending your message out because your message is not for you. Your skills, your knowledge, your strategies, they are not for you. They are for other people. And with my experience for over a decade of speaking full time and professionally across multiple countries, 4 continents, I have done a couple of things to position myself and to market myself. Until today, I am still doing them because I don't think that there is a stage where you get to arrive, especially if you're still a young speaker like me, right? So, what can you do? I'll be sharing some tips that you can use, and these tips will need you to continue researching about them and practicing them, using them, do them. Don't listen. One thing about marketing, I always say that if you draw a marketing strategy for your company, for yourself, and you eliminate two things from that marketing strategy will fail. What are the two things? Hard work and consistency. Hard work and consistency are two key elements in any marketing strategy. What is a hard work? For example, the first way to market yourself as a speaker is leveraging on social media. If social media requires hard work, creating videos and writing content and all of that requires a lot of hard work and consistency because you shared something on Instagram today or on LinkedIn tomorrow. You don't expect people to just look at you and trust you. No, you may need to do it consistently for at least 12 months before somebody can look at you and decide to trust you with their platform. Right? So, as I begin to explain these are things I have done for years, and I see other successful speakers across different countries doing it every single day in order to get opportunities and platforms to speak. And one good thing about these things is when you have done them consistently, it becomes a machinery. Like right now, there are people who just call me to come and speak in their events without just because they noticed me years ago and they just took notice that, okay, this person, I may need him tomorrow, right? So it's also a machinery. Good marketing is a machinery for consistent booking and opportunities for yourself. So let us look at quickly 10 ways, I think 10 ways that you can market yourself as a speaker. Number one is leverage on social media for people to notice you. If you're actually going through this session, it means you have gone through another session or you will still meet another session on how to leverage social media as a speaker. So this is so important that I decided to do a separate 45-minute session on how you can use social media as a public speaker. But I will just run over some of the things that I explained there. Number one, how can you use social media for people to notice you? Number one is video content. We are in the era of video content and especially short videos. But of course, you can also do long videos. If the video is very valuable and you're talking about something that people desire to learn, they will stay on that video for 1 hour. I know people are saying that the attention span of people is dropping. It's true. But when something is valuable and is specific for a particular group of people, they will wait. They will go through for that 1 hour or 2 hours. I still go through 2 hours videos. I still go through podcasts for 2 hours. As long as it's valuable and there is something in that particular podcast that I want to learn, I will sit for 2 hours, listen, go through and take notes, right? So video content, create and share engaging videos of your speeches, of your highlights, and even and short snippets on different platforms, and you can share these videos on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and so on. And one thing about this is when you begin to share this video, begin to observe which formats work best for your audience, right? The second part under leveraging social media is live streaming. You can host especially live question and answer sessions. It builds a lot of credibility and it makes people to recognize that, oh, this person actually is good at this thing. One of the powerful ways to make people notice you and recognize expertise is to host live question and answer sessions, webinars, mini workshops on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, LinkedIn Live, wherever there are people, get there and do a live question and answer session, right? It is very powerful. And when you begin to do that, learn how to interact with the audience, create a connection. When people comment, call them by their name, right? And when you begin to do that, you showcase your expertise and build a strong community. Next is collaboration on social media. It's very powerful. And this collaboration is about partnering with social media influencers or other public speakers to do one thing, to cross promote each other. Let them promote you and you promote them. So learn how to build relationships with influencers and other public speakers, because this will expand your reach to meet new audience and increase your online visibility. One important thing is hashtags and trends. I'm combining two important topics under one. Hashtags. What are hashtags? Where you use pound, right? If you are sharing a video and the video is talking about business, hashtag the word business, hashtag the word career, money. So try to search which hashtags are trending within your industry or during that particular day, and hashtag some of your videos, so that in case the algorithms can also help with these hashtags, and also people who are searching for things in that area can also stumble on your video. When it concerns trends, you can create videos and content around trends. For example, there was a time I had a speaking opportunity to talk in a particular event because there was a taxation new law or policy that was released in the country, and I decided to write an article about that. I even did a YouTube video about that. Somebody saw it and loved my perspective about it and decided to hire me to come speak in an event because of that particular stuff. So if there is a trend, if a topic is trending in the economy, business in general, if you can share an intelligent perspective around that trend, it is going to market you in a powerful way. Okay, and of course, be careful, except you like controversy, good, except you like negative news. But as a speaker, you are definitely somebody who is inspirational, who is who can challenge people, and who is a contributor to a better economy and a better nation. So these are some quick ways that you can leverage on social media for people to notice you as a speaker. However, go through the other session on how to leverage social media as a public speaker. The second way that you can market yourself as a public speaker is create free, valuable solutions and share widely. Yes, create free, valuable solutions and share them widely. Free, valuable solutions, 3 keywords. And of course, sharing them widely. You can create relevant, valuable solutions that people can consume and know what you're made of. For example, ebooks. You can create an ebook of 10 pages, 15 pages, and share on WhatsApp groups, share on on your social media, put on your Google Drive and share the link on social media and let people download, ask friends to reshare with other friends, push it out as much as possible. In that ebook, you have done it so well, it's so valuable, the ideas are so powerful. Make sure you put your contacts on the ebook. I have shared many free ebooks out over the years. Okay, you never know when somebody will read, stumble on it, and keep your contact or call you immediately, right? Number two, you can share guides. Guides are, you can do a one-page step-by-step process of how somebody can go through those steps and do something. Let's say, for example, you are a business speaker and you are good at teaching people how to discover business ideas around them. You can draft a 2-page guide or a 1-page guide on follow this 7-step process to discover a business idea around you and how to implement the idea. That's a guide. Then you put your contact and you share widely. People are going to download, right? So you can, if you have a website, put on your website for people to download freely. Again, I spoke about social media and all of these platforms. The purpose is you are using that free ebook, guide, workbook, whatever that you have created to demonstrate your knowledge, to demonstrate your expertise, and to attract potential clients. Okay. The second point under creating valuable solutions and share widely is you can host a lot of webinars and online workshops. Personally, for me, I try to do at least one free webinar or online workshop one every month, right? Because there a lot of people join, hundreds of people and so on. And I also share I record the webinar and I share on my YouTube channel, and people still watch over and over and over. When they begin to watch, that's when they're noticing me. That's why they're noticing the things that I talk about. They're noticing my expertise and what I can do with their businesses or with their associations or do with them as individuals. So host webinars, online workshops, seminars, conferences on topics where you command expertise and target a particular audience. And in that webinar, engage attendees as much as you can, push them to invite their friends and family members, and you can record these events, as I said earlier, and share on different platforms for people to follow who are not able to follow live, right? The third way to create valuable solutions is to use blogs and guest post on other blogs. If you have a website, you can have a blog part of your website where you write content once a week, twice a week. I used to write a lot. I still write blogs now at least once a week. But blogging is a good platform where you can demonstrate yourself and market yourself. When people begin to read your thoughts, your valuable ideas and content, and their contact is there, they can contact you because of the blog post that you shared. You can also guest post on other blogs. You can decide and reach out to other popular bloggers in your country, in your city, who run maybe blogs that resonate with your brand. You can have a partnership with them. So, okay, look, I am good with this kind of content. You have the audience. I'll give you free content and you post on your platform. All I need from you is make sure that my name is on all the posts and my contacts on all the posts. That's all I need. Many bloggers are going to accept it. Their blogs remain relevant and will have high ranking on Google if they have fresh, good content, right? So reach out to them and have that kind of relationship with them. Okay, so work on that is going to help you a lot to market yourself. And one thing I love about blogs is as long as that blog is online, that article will always remain relevant. And somebody can stumble on it a few weeks later, a few months later, a few years later. You never know when somebody is searching for a particular thing, and Google will suggest your article and they will read and they may decide to contact you, hire you as a coach or a speaker, depending on why they were reading that particular article. It's a powerful way to explore new audience and position yourself as a speaker. The third way that you can market yourself as a public speaker is network intentionally with these three types of people. Network intentionally with three sets of people. Number one, your fellow speakers. Network as much as possible with other speakers. Other speakers do not speak in all areas. You can have speakers who are friends who speak on different topics and you speak in different topics. Someday that speaker can recommend you. Personally, for me, I have recommended many of my speakers' friends to speak in events that are not in my area of expertise. If I did not know them, I will not recommend them. Same as they have recommended me to different clients and events because they know that, hey, when it comes to this topic, Joybird is the pro. You get the point. So network with other speakers intentionally, and even speakers outside your comfort zone, outside your city, outside your country. It's one of the best ways to shine outside your country and location. Number two, network with event organizers. Yes, there are some people that they are not speakers. They're just in the business of organizing events. They're just in the business where events get to happen, planners and all of that, right? So you can network with them. Who are the event organizers in your city? Who are the people who host events? Who are the event hosts? Who are the people who bring people together? Network with them, let them know you and what you do. Very powerful. The third people is network with your potential clients. For example, somebody might not pay you now before you work with them. You can anticipate that, okay, the kind of work that this person is doing, someday they may need my services. I do that a lot. Right? For example, an entrepreneur who is just a one-man army today is a potential client for me as a corporate trainer. And I network with them. Maybe 2 years later, they will have 5 employees and they will need me to come train the employees. You see, and it has actually happened to me, right? So, network with potential clients. Don't only network because you feel that this particular person actually can pay you now. Also, anticipate, can they pay you 2 years from now? Can they pay you 3 years from now? Even 10 years from now? Relationships are very powerful when it comes to business, right? It is practice to combine these two words in business: network and marketing. So you can network with somebody now and build a relationship. Meanwhile, it's an indirect strategic marketing action, right? Good. Number 4 is use traditional media platforms. This is so powerful. Use traditional media platforms. Get on TV shows, get on radio shows, get on magazines, get on newspapers. And to some extent, if your brand is not very powerful, don't wait for them to come to you. Go to them. I did not wait for TV show hosts and radio show hosts and magazines and newspapers to come to me. It is now that they come to me and interview and all of that. But 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I was the one hustling them. If I see that you host a morning show on TV, evening show, whatever show, I will search you on social media, reach out to your inbox, introduce myself, and tell you I want to be on your show and give you reasons why you should have me on your show. Oh, yes, I used to do that a lot. I used to do that a lot. So use traditional media platform, but don't be proactive. Don't wait, and you will be rejected. It's okay. Move to the next person. I was rejected. There's one particular lady that I reached out to her one time several years ago, and but her show was top notch. Her show, she was hosting the best of the best in the country. And I reached out to her. She told me boldly, "You do not qualify yet to be on my show." Yes, she told me that. But years later, I was on her show. So it happens. You will be rejected, but it is cool. Rejection is part of the business. Rejection is part of the strategy. If you are not getting any no's in your business, you are not working hard enough. You're not taking risk enough. One of the signs that you're taking enough risk and working hard enough and being consistent and pushing to the next level is the number of no's that you're receiving, right? And one thing, the same for magazine. If I see that you're a publisher of a magazine, I will reach out to you and send you my profile. I see that you publish a news. I've been on several newspapers in Cameroon, Nigeria, and several countries, magazines in the UK, in the US. Some of them reached out to me. Many of them, I reach out to them and I pitch myself to you. There's something called a media pitch. Every good speaker should have a media pitch. Develop a compelling media pitch highlighting your unique selling points and expertise. Reach out to journalists, reach out to producers, publishers of magazines and newspapers and reporters via their emails and social media, Google search them. Propose yourself as a guest speaker. Propose yourself as an expert commentator. Propose yourself as a resource person. Propose yourself as a guest. Let them know that this is who you are, this is what you do, and this is the value you will bring on their platform. When they say no, celebrate yourself and look for the next media person and approach them. Deal? Deal. Good. Number 5 is get on podcast as guest. Research the most powerful phenomenon now is podcasting, right? Podcasting. And some of the most popular platforms on earth now are podcast platforms and podcasters, right? Research relevant podcasts, identify podcasts that align with your message, your expertise, the work you do, and target audience. Reach out to the host. It's the same like media. Reach out to the host and use the podcast to promote yourself and your message. Reach out to them. Pitch yourself as a valuable guest on their podcast. It's the same thing like with traditional media. Podcast is more powerful because it's online and the reach can just be enormous. And again, somebody can stumble on your episode 1 year later and still watch it if the topic was so powerful, right? So research about podcasts, the popular podcasts in your field, in your area, in your country, in your city, wherever. Reach out to the host, propose yourself, and tell them, I would like to be on your podcast. And this is why I think that I am relevant for your podcast. Have a good podcast speech, and you will be able to get the opportunity. If they tell you no, look for the next podcast platform and connect with the person. The sixth way that you can promote yourself is offer to speak for free. Offer to speak for free. This is the first thing that I did when I started speaking more than 10 years ago. What I used to do is, if I see a church having an event, a youth conference, whatever, associations, I will go to the pastor. I will leave my house and go to the pastor and tell them, this is what I do. I am a young speaker and all of that. I would like to speak on this in this event, and this is the topic I would like to speak. And I used to craft very powerful topics that when you hear, you would like to hear what I have to say. Some people will accept, some will refuse. I see conference seminars, I'll beg for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. Sometimes they'll give me 5 minutes, they'll give me 10 minutes. Or like, oh, there's one small boy here that has something to say. Please, let us listen to it for 5 minutes while we're waiting for the main speaker. Right? No problem. I was still starting, so there wasn't no need for me to feel offended that they're not giving me the respect. The school, I know what I was doing. I offered to speak for free. Churches, schools, NGOs, local conferences, seminars, whatever. I positioned myself and I offered to speak for free. That is one of the powerful ways for people to notice you and for you to market yourself. It is from those same events that people started hiring me to come and speak in the same city and started recommending me to go speak. Right? So speak as much as you can in free events. Let more people know you and what you have to offer. Number 7 is create a compelling website. Now, this is good for you if you have the money to pay web designers to do a website. But right now, websites are very powerful. Right? I did not start by doing my website immediately. I think I did my website like in 2018 or 2018, yes. After speaking for more than 7 years or so, 6 years or so, yeah. So I did not start getting my website immediately. It took me some time, right? So you can also get your own website if you can afford. It's very powerful. Get people who can design a professional, compelling website that showcases your speaking topics, showcases your area of expertise, testimonials, contact information, videos of yourself, and most importantly, optimize that website for search engines to attract organic traffic. What if somebody goes on the website on Google and they're searching for top speakers in Cameroon, top speakers in United States, top speakers in is your website done in a way that it can, show up when somebody search for experts in that area, right? And one thing about website that is good also is the blogging side, because you get to blog with your expertise, and as you begin to blog, you begin to feed the search engine up to the search engine, which is Google, with data that they can begin to showcase what you're writing to other people, right? So create a compelling website. Number 8 is host your events. Host your own events. Yes. I always say that there are some platforms that will only trust you when you have your own platform. Yeah. There are some platforms that will only trust you when you have your own platform. So organize your own speaking events, organize your own workshops and seminars, and promote them through various channels. Promote them through traditional media, through paid ads on social media, through influencers, ask friends of friends to share, family members to share, and all of that. But hosting your event is a powerful way of marketing yourself. People will start seeing you as an authority, right? And I know the fear of starting to organize events to begin to feel like nobody will show up. I have done an event. I did an event one time, and I had volunteers. I asked them to come help me the previous day, and we organized the hall in the evening. On the next day of the event, in the morning, the volunteers did not show up, and nobody showed up for that event. I waited for about 4 hours. I packed the stuff, the speakers I rented, the chairs I rented, went and gave back, and went back to my house. 1 month later, I was organizing another event. I did not stop because nobody showed up. That is the price we pay. We're trying to build a brand. We're trying to be to change. We're trying to bring change in the community or in your country or in your continent, right? But organize your event, host your event, And now it is much easier to build a brand than 10 years ago, especially in Africa. 10 years ago in Africa, it was not easy to bring people. But now I easily pull 1,000 people in an event across Africa, right? But in 10 years ago, it was not that possible. So that's where social media comes in. You start by sharing except videos of you, content, and all of that. People start trusting you. When you organize your physical events, they would like to come and see you, right? And hear what you have to say. So host your event. Number 9 is collect and share testimonials. Collect and share testimonials. This is so powerful. This is good for those who have been speaking already, right? But not speaking for several years, of course. It could be 1 year, 2 years, or even if you have just delivered a keynote speech or a short session in your church, whatever. If you have received feedback, if somebody just said, I was so blessed by your presentation, this really challenged me, I learned a couple of stuff, those are testimonials. Collect your testimonials and share them. There are some people that will only trust you when they see what other people are saying about you. So request feedback from attendees after each speaking engagement, right? Ask them to share their thoughts and compile these testimonials, display them on your website, display them and post them on your social media handles, right? Display them on your marketing materials. This will help you to build credibility and trust around your name. You can decide and convert the testimonials into videos, into graphics, whatever, but make it in a way that is compelling and can inspire people. Number 11 is podcast and YouTube channel. You can own your own podcast platform. There are many free podcast platforms where you can create your own podcast and begin to interview people or talk about your ideas. Same for YouTube channel, right? I've been using YouTube channel for a while now, and it has helped me a lot for people to notice me and know the work that I do. So start your podcast or start your YouTube channel, and this you can start for free with what you have. You must not have big cameras. All the videos I have been sharing on my YouTube channel up till now in 2023, I record them through my phone or the camera on my laptop. Even this course I'm recording with you, I am using the camera on my laptop. I'm not using a sophisticated camera, right? When I'll have the sophisticated camera and a good team, we're going to improve, we're going to upgrade. But for now, this is what is available, right? So go and start. Go and start. The secret here is to be consistent. Put your ideas together, right? Share valuable insights, interviews with industry experts, behind the scenes of your speaking engagement, how you do things here and there, and begin to just dish out what you are made of. And it will really, really push you out there for a lot of people to notice you. Number 11 I would like to add is collaborate with association leaders. Who are association leaders? For example, men's association, women's association, chartered accountant associations, human resource managers associations, market women association, ex-student associations, alumni associations. You see, identify these groups of people and make sure that you build relationships with them. They have really helped me too in my speaking business. Okay, work with them. The next one is paid advertisements. You can decide and record a 30-minute session of video like this, record it, and post on social media and do a paid ad. You are not selling anything. You are not asking them to click anything. You just want people to watch your video and learn from you and hear what you have to say, hear the insights you have to say. That's all. It's very powerful. Some will be watching and saving your number or your email address. Some will be watching and searching for you on Google, on social media platforms. That's how you are marketing yourself. By all means, please make sure you pay attention to marketing. Don't sit and expect to get called up to come and speak. Marketing should be intentional. Keep building. Cheers.